There are a few policy guidelines which have been issued by Reserve Bank of India, which I think needs and government dignitaries and also bankers. This is of concern, and this is also related to customer service. Only three or four I'll mention. One is almost all of you may be knowing that minors above the age of 10 years may be allowed to open and operate savings bank accounts. This is one of the announcements. Second is ATMs to be made more disabled friendly, means all the ATMs should have ramps, including some glasses for visually disabled or visually challenged. Then third is no foreclosure charges or prepayment penalty on floating loans. This is as per our April 1st monetary policy announcement. This has been made mandatory. No bank can charge any foreclosure penalty on floating loans. No penalty on non-maintenance of minimum balance on inoperative accounts. These are the four policy decisions which has been made operational by Reserve Bank of India directives. Now I would like to focus on the SLBC discussions, and particularly I congratulate Andhra Bank for so far. I think from the very beginning Andhra Bank is the SLBC convener. 100% the credit goes to the SLBC convening bank. It is 116.64%. So it's a great achievement, and with this I also urge State Bank of Hyderabad, they will show same kind of commitment. Now I appreciate the close coordination with which banks and state government are functioning, which has been the main contributor for the present position of SLBC. And I hope it would continue in the coming days in order to furthering the excellent work that has been done so far. I am sure that both Andhra Bank as SLBC convener for Andhra Pradesh and State Bank of Hyderabad, the SLBC convener of Telangana State, will continue to show good progress and coordinate well with the stakeholders in the development process of the two states. Various fora under the lead bank scheme are meant to address issues that need action by both banks and the government. For this to be successful, conduct of meetings and quality of discussion of the meetings need to be given more emphasis in the backdrop of observations that LDM offices are not functioning the way they are expected to in terms of Reserve Bank instructions. SLBC and lead bank have been advised to prepare a calendar of meetings in consultation with the officials concerned and strictly follow the schedule of meetings, which would help ensuring participation by all stakeholders. Structured meetings such as DCC, DLRC have to be conducted as per instructions with mandatory agenda items. I would like to flag the issue of non-submission and late submission of quarterly data to LDMs by the banks in the districts and non-participation of controllers in the DCC meetings, which has been raised by the LDMs many times in various meetings. I urge the banks to institute a system through which these issues are monitored, addressed, and prompt corrective action is taken.